episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we are taking a look at the newest death battle, which is Aquaman versus Namor. Now, Marvel versus DC Comics. Now, before we get started, I wanted to bring up one thing we haven't talked about. I don't think we'll ever talk about in the history of this channel, and that's MCNs, multi-channel networks. Because, sadly, Full Screen, the people who pretty much Screw Attack work for, more or less have been doing layoffs of their other channels and stuff
I've
like
been hearing
that.
about that.
It's not just them, but like other ones like the 5Me and Machinima have been going through the same ripple effects.
Yeah.
And Screw Attack was unfortunately one of the victims. So as of like last week, Screw Attack is officially shut down. However, when it pertains, first off, I would like to say it's sad Screw Attack shutting down. I think they were always a great group of guys, and there was always some level of like fun they had of all their shows.
Oh yeah, with all their programs.
Where it was a video game vaults, where it was the fact they introduced us more or less to the angry video game nerd.
Yeah.
As well as their own original content, which was all very enjoyable. So, but other than that, there is a silver lining per se, as in, Screw Attack is shut down, it will officially, the Screw Attack channel itself will officially become Death Battle. So, the group of guys that are still going to be working together around Death Battle, that's going to be their primary focus now. Since Screw Attack is no more, their primary focus will now be Death Battle. Like when you search for Screw Attack, instead you're just going to get an entire channel dedicated to Death Battle instead. And so
they're just changing the name from Screw Attack to Death Battle?
Yeah, Screw Attack is officially done. What they're doing is they're branching off of the success they have with Death Battle and making it their own thing.
Okay, cool. Where it's just they're continuing to do more Death Battles than
usual. So like everything Death Battle related is still gonna be there and all that. It's just gonna be heavily more focused now.
Okay, cool.
Primarily their focus now for the few that are the Death Battle group that do work on the videos like this.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just wanted to get that out of the way. Chris will do his usual cut to this for a reaction overall, but Aquaman versus Namor, the Submariner versus the King of the Sea, who occasionally does actually eat fish. Jason Momoa versus the actor that will eventually play the Submariner.
Namor, the Submariner.
It's two freaky fish guys going at it.
What's interesting about Marvel's Namor is that compared to Aquaman is more or less a full-on hero, and Namor, he decides with whatever he thinks is good, or at least he pretty much is satisfied with. Yeah. It's not like pretty much he's not always a hero, let's put it that way. There are times when he's done bad things, but only because through his eyes it feels like he's doing the good thing. They're roughly about the same a little bit.
Like, I would say, as far as I know, ironically, I know more about Aquaman than I do Namor. What I do know about Namor is that, like, Aquaman is pretty much a bit more for the whole working with the land. While Namor, from what I recall, is a bit more hesitant because, of what Earth has done, what the land dwellers have done to the oceans.
Exactly. That's why I said that's why there are times when he chooses whether he wants to do good things or whatever, and pretty much and then whenever he thinks he's doing good things, it's actually bad things. So it's like he switches, back and forth from time to time. It's just like he's not on any side. He's in the middle there where whatever he decides, that's how it goes. Even though it could be mean he's doing bad. Now I don't know 100% how Namor pretty much, his full abilities and stuff like that, of what he can capable of do, but I know Aquaman's, and I don't know, I have to see, as of right now, as a DC fan, I would say Aquaman, but unless pretty much they convince me for Namor, we just have to check that out and see for now. But let's just get this going. Enough talking. Let's do this for Aquaman versus Namor. Marvel versus DC Death Battle. So, here we go.
You can discover the secrets hidden within your own DNA with a single kit from 23andMe. With more than 125 genetic reports, 23andMe provides numerous insights into your genetic history and health.
Yeah, like how the saturated fat and weight report can detail how your genetics affects your body's response to what you've been eating lately.
A 23andMe Health and Ancestry Kit is the perfect gift for Valentine's Day. Pick one up today at 23andme.com/deathbattle.
That's the number 2, 3,
What if
and
we found out you guys are related?
/death
That's
battle.
kind of a
Again,
crappy ass Valentine's Day gift.
.com/deathbattle.
You're my. Whoa. Okay. Never mind.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing is primarily now they're gonna, Rooster Teeth's gonna be helping them.
They're gonna help them
They're
out.
more or less part of
There's
Rooster Teeth.
plenty of fish in the
It's
sea.
confusing. I have to look at
Well,
more.
obvious, but
Yeah.
it turns out there's a bunch of superheroes down there too.
I don't think you understand what that phrase means.
Like Aquaman, the king of Atlantis.
And Namor, the first mutant and also king of Atlantis.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I don't get mermaids.
Okay.
I mean, they're kind of hot, but they're fish people. And then when you meet them, all they want to do is try to kill you. I guess Tom Curry got to be one of the lucky ones, if you know what I mean.
After a chance meeting, Tom was left to father Arthur, the son of a mysterious woman of the sea.
Though she thinks she was knocked up by a fish Jesus wizard. It's
What?
not important. Comics are weird.
Regardless,
Atlantean
Arthur
wizard.
learned to hone his aquatic powers from a very young age. When Arthur was just 2 years
What's
old,
that about King?
Tom thought he had
Yeah.
drowned when he was actually just playing with some
It's a
fish.
word of one of the group
While
of certain
breathing
parts of
underwater.
Justice League Unlimited.
Tom trained Arthur to master his powers until eventually his mother showed up with a heavy dose of truth. Arthur was the rightful king of the underwater city, Atlantis. I wish there were more stories about parents coming back in real life too.
You
And
really
so,
do.
Arthur would descend the ocean depths to claim his birthright and maintain the peace between land and sea as the king, the superhero, Aquaman.
Oh, are you one of the people who thinks that Aquaman is lame? Well, think again. He's super strong, super fast, and can chill deep underwater for as long as he wants. And no, he doesn't just talk to fish. He dominates their brains and forces them to bend to his will.
Only if he has to.
Well, if
He
he has
prefers to telepathically communicate with them, and most sea life respects him enough to come to his aid.
Yeah.
You cool, bro.
Piranhas, apparently, which ate off his freaking hand. I know you're
Piranhas
already
ate off
badass,
his hand.
but make those fish bow to your kingly.
I know in the
Not to worry,
anime
after
series
a
they
few
made it
body hooks
imply
and
that he
water
like
hand,
roughly
got that.
chopped off his
Arthur
hand with a
controls
sharp
sea
rod.
life by tapping into a worldwide phenomenon called the clear.
Kind of like the Force from Star Wars, but just in the ocean.
Through the clear, creatures he
Where's
controls
the- oh,
increase
wait.
in strength.
I missed that part
Some
where I said
even
about
become
the clear.
capable of breaking Green Lantern constructs.
The other
Also,
one-
Arthur's powers are not limited to just aquamarine life.
I forgot he showed up on an
taps into all
episode
sorts
of
animals
Bat,
and
this
can
Superman
even
anime
tap into
series.
the human mind.
Wait, you're telling
tap
me
into
you
the
mess with
human
my
mind.
brain too? Oh, get my hat, Wiz, the shiny one.
Well, he has difficulty dominating more intelligent life. His octopus friend Topo is one such example of a being he cannot forcibly control.
What's so impressive about that little guy? Oh,
Oh!
got it.
And for humanoids, the most Aquaman can generally do is cause a headache or maybe a seizure.
That doesn't
Damn.
make me feel much better.
But while Aquaman has plenty of power on his own, he also draws from the mystical might of his most iconic weapon.
The legendary Trident of Poseidon.
And also the Trident of Neptune.
Wait, isn't that the same god? Aren't they the same thing?
I love it showing Bruce Wayne
Water,
and Wayne.
storms, create force fields, and unleash lightning. That one can teleport.
Awesome.
I want to teleport.
Disney World.
You have to be in water.
You think beer will work?
Yeah.
Jocelyn, get the kiddie pool and the keg. I'm going to Disney World.
I'm going to Disney World!
Earth manipulation, and more. Aquaman's trident was a perfect symbol to prove himself a mighty king.
Literally, he's strong enough to push around oceanic plates, throw a submarine around with water magic, and lift this giant cruise ship.
This ship appears big enough to compare to the world's largest cruise liner, the Symphony of the Seas, which weighs
Good
an incredible
lord.
228,000 tons.
He's fast enough to keep up with Wonder Woman and swim around the whole planet in just an afternoon. Oh,
Just
and
afternoon.
he even fought the ancient dead king of Atlantis, Atlan. This guy was so strong, he sank Atlantis centuries ago with one blow from his scepter, and Aquaman held back a repeat of the same attack with his bare hands.
While there's no official size for DC's Atlantis, it is officially considered a continent. Therefore, it has to have a greater landmass than Greenland, the largest island in the world.
Shit,
This
it's that
means
big.
Atlantis must consist of more than 836,000 square miles. To sink or destroy it, Atlan must have been outputting potential energy.
Those are
averaging
shots
more
from
than
DC Universe Online.
155
Yeah.
trillion tons
remember
of
that game?
TNT.
Damn, everyone's always making fun of Aquaman, but he's pretty badass.
Well, he does have one rather lame weakness. He's essentially fueled by water. If he's away from water for too long, he'll start to dry out, lose his powers, and eventually die.
Lives under the sea, he wears yellow, and he's absorbent? Whiz, I figured it out! Oh!
No! He's not SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Moving on.
He's not
To work
SpongeBob.
around the water problem. He can hydrate himself with blood. God damn,
With
that's
blood.
hardcore.
It's still a
Even
liquid.
with his
Yeah.
flaws, Aquaman is always pushing forward to protect his people. He may seem strange and silly, but he truly is a worthy king of Atlantis.
Tell the surface dwellers to respect the sovereignty of my seas, or we'll return and finish what we've started.
I forgot he was in the
I
show.
forgot to.
We all know this story. A wayward sailor meets a mermaid princess, and they fall in love.
Except this time, the fish people got to be wedding crashers and dragged the princess back to her secret home of Atlantis.
Damn.
Her dad was pretty pissed, but he got even more pissed when he found out that Daddy's girl had already been knocked up.
Oh.
Brand new kind of superhero, Namor, the Submariner.
For Namor of Atlantis is the Prince of the Deep.
Unlike
That's
the
a pretty nice
strangely
song.
similar aquatic superhero DC would create 2 years later, Namor.
Oh,
was
Namor was
the
first.
Atlanteans from
I didn't
the
know
start.
that.
As
DC was
Prince
the
of
one
the
who worked
Ocean,
with it
he was
better.
Warren
impressive
McKenzie.
royal education,
I can see why he
along
stuck with just
sizable
Namor.
distrust of humankind.
I don't feel a wrath for somebody named Mackenzie.
Some of the worst people I ever
Sounds
met
like
were nuts.
Mackenzie!
That sounds like a blonde millennial who lives in LA.
To protect Atlantis. And with his mixed heritage, he had plenty of unique abilities to do so.
He's got superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He can store water in his body and shoot it out of his pores like a human sprinkler, which is gross.
Far more impressively, he can telepathically communicate with all types of marine life, including other Atlanteans, and can persuade them to follow his commands. Whether it be a squadron of armored sharks or a giant killer whale, the creatures of the sea follow the first mutant's lead.
Did you say mutant?
Yes, technically Namor is a three-way hybrid of human, Atlantean, and mutant genes. Unlike other Atlanteans, he possesses the mutant
Oh, that was
power
from
of
the short-lived
flight.
Fantastic Four
That way
animated
he's got those
series.
tiny little
Which
wings
was
on his feet.
fine.
I always thought those were like little
Oh, the
rudders.
little
Nope,
freaking
he
wings.
flies with them.
Wow, that is dumb.
That is
Namor can
dumb.
also mimic the abilities of marine life, sensing lateral lines like fish or absorbing and discharging shocks like an electric eel. And for even more power, he wields his legendary trident.
Alright, how many tridents does this guy have? Let me guess. 4?
Just one, the Trident of Neptune.
But I thought the other guy had a trident of Neptune. Oh! I think I just figured out why Aquaman had 2 different tridents.
There you go.
Well, this trident's got a
compensating for
bunch of
something.
cool magic powers. It can control water, shoot lasers, turn people invisible, and if Namor needs some backup, he can animate objects and his surroundings to create living beings to fight alongside him.
Damn.
And that's not even the only magic doohickey Namor has. He can use the horn of Proteus to summon sea monsters like Giganto, which is a super whale with arms. Look out, birds with arms. I'm
God.
starting a new subreddit.
The Giganto is strong enough to withstand the blast of an atomic bomb, and yet it still pales in
I was
comparison to
impervious to
Namor's own
atomic bomb.
strength.
Huh.
No kidding! The Submariner is strong enough to match the savage Incredible Hulk, who's lifted 150 billion
Yep,
tons of
I
rock
love
for
that
over a
shot.
minute.
That's a really
If that's
nice
not
shot.
enough for
Amazing
you,
shot.
how about the
Wish
time
you could do
Namor
that at
held
some
up a
point.
whole frigging island all by himself?
He's quick enough to catch the Human Torch, absorbed and discharged electricity powerful enough to injure Dr. Doom, took on Thor trident to hammer, survived a mountain falling on him, and even resisted the mind control powers of the Purple Man. See, Boomstick, in the grand scheme of things, little winged feet aren't so bad when you could have been called Purple Man.
Alright, Namor is pretty awesome for an elf in a Speedo.
Excuse me? This is not a Speedo, Jimmy, okay? These are my panties from Atlantis.
Too bad.
For Atlantis.
Look at Billy
He's
Eichner.
out of the water for too long.
True, Namor's had a strange history of shifting personalities, sometimes even playing the part of villain.
Yeah, see.
Apparently, his bouts of anger stem from a strange bipolar defect brought on by oxygen imbalance, which, last I checked, isn't quite how bipolar disorder
With
works.
hers.
No, Wiz, I have the same kind of problem.
I have a sugar
get
imbalance.
super evil and grumpy.
It's like I have an oxygen imbalance.
24.
12, 6, 2. Screw you.
Boomstick, that's a chemical dependency.
Ah, just like my personal hero, Bane.
You're missing the point.
Oh, you think the point is your ally, but you merely adopted the point. I was born
Transports
in
him.
it, molded.
No. Stabs him
How
in the
about that
foot.
point?
How about that point?
At the end of the day, as long as there is water in his veins, the Avenging Sun is a heroic king of his people and a terrifying opponent.
No, but
Who wins on
I
this field?
am Namor, ruler of the kingdom of Atlantis. Your time in the sun is over.
Doesn't look great.
Plans are set and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, I wonder if Blue Apron has any fish on the menu this week.
Man,
By
I
now,
really
you've
don't
probably
know.
heard of Blue Apron.
I don't know.
The
It seems
meal
like
delivery
Aquaman
service
still
in the
seems a
US.
bit
Choose your
stronger.
meals each week.
Yeah,
Get the
but I still
ingredient.
think
I know, but then again, they work in some of the giant Godzilla size
I
whale
know.
arms.
It's so simple.
I mean, I understand.
Well, yeah, this is a
Damn,
great
I
way to
mean,
learn cooking
shit.
without worrying over ingredients or
Could
prior
still go
organization.
either
Which is
way.
what tripped me
That's
up
what,
all the
at this
time before I
point,
tried
that's
doing
what I
it
feel
for
like. It
myself.
could go either way, but right now, for what I've been watching, it could go Namor's way unless they change.
I mean, I think it could go Aquaman's way because of that whole water, that oxygen efficiency Namor has.
Maybe.
Aquaman has been shown to be able to survive longer on land than Namor has. I mean, from based on what we're seeing here.
We'll see. Like I said, we'll see. I mean, just.
It's pretty nice
Oh,
coming
no.
home knowing I'll have a delicious meal I can whip up with ease.
Check out this week's menu and get $60 off at blueapron.com/battle. That's blueapron.com/battle.
Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Left green.
Look out below!
Really? That's how they
This
said
is how this fight starts.
Jeff, splash the Prince of Blood.
Plenty of space around the pool, Spock.
Spock. Thanks.
You may be a prince, but I am the king of the seven seas.
They didn't even say fight this time around, did they?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the fight part.
They haven't said fight. I guess the fight's going, I guess.
Yeah, just we're going right into the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not submit!
Oh, damn.
Yeah, nice so far.
Ooh,
It's gonna leave a mark.
yeah.
Everyone has their place. That's just how things are. You should understand yours.
Oh!
Yeah.
You are such a terrific dumbass.
You're such a terrific
He's
dumbass.
such a terrific dumbass.
Oh, shit. Flipper. Oh, yeah. Anything you understand.
Truly controls the sea, shall we?
Oh, freaking
I dig it.
the giant whale. I was waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, seems we're evenly matched.
Or maybe I've been
saving another trick.
Oh, the whole mind thing.
You control me? Impossible!
Yeah, because Namor can't. Well, Namor can fight it, but that's about it. No way!
Damn.
Dinner's on the king tonight.
Dinner's on the king tonight. Damn.
Oh man, am
That
I
was a bit
underwater, or
abrupt.
am I just sweating so much from how intense that got?
Aquaman and Namor's powers were so similar and well matched, this fight could have reasonably gone in either one's favor. In fact, neither had many powers that the other did not possess in some way.
Yeah.
Like how
That's why you
Namor
were-
had his mutant wing feet, but
That's why I was like,
Aquaman
it's
split.
confused.
tried to
Split.
let him fly too.
Still, while Namor could certainly have won this in some circumstances, Aquaman had the potential he needed to take the victory more times than not.
Namor could match Savage Hulk, who held up 150 billion tons. But remember, Aquaman stopped Atlantis' continent-crushing attack, which had a potential energy over 150 trillion tons of TNT.
Not exactly a one-to-one comparison, but consider Namor's own similar feat, keeping the island Utopia from falling. We can estimate the island's size and weight using this panel, coming to a little over 178,000 tons.
That's what it came down
Considering
to.
the weight applied as force through the pillar Namor was pushing up, this means the potential energy exerted onto Namor would only be 1,425
Oh, that's
tons of
minuscule in
TNT.
comparison.
The
Yeah.
energy Aquaman stopped was 109
55
billion
trillion-
times
oh.
greater.
Sure, Namor was fast enough to easily catch up to the Human Torch, who flies over 140 miles per hour on a normal day, and sometimes even thousands of times the speed of sound.
But Aquaman has routinely kept pace with Wonder Woman, who has been frequently shown to move thousands of times the speed of light.
Yeah, but none of that strength and speed would matter if the Submariner just ordered a bunch of sharks to eat him first, right?
Namor could command sea life, sure, but Aquaman could directly dominate their minds and force them to act on his
Force
will.
them, yeah.
And while Namor can telepathically communicate with other Atlanteans, he could not create hemorrhages or seizures like Aquaman could. Though Namor could certainly resist these mental attacks, similar to how he survived the Purple Man, this is still solid evidence that Aquaman's telepathy was more powerful.
Oh, and don't forget, Aqua King can make his underwater buddies physically stronger with the clear, while Namor was stuck commanding plain old everyday fish.
Overall,
Yeah,
while
sure,
their
yeah.
extremely similar powers were so closely matched, Aquaman had the edge in just enough of them to prove himself the strongest king of the sea.
Aquaman could see victory, but at least Namor tried it.
The winner, Aquaman. Hey, thanks for watching the first episode of Season 6. If you want the battle music for yourself, click the link below.
Want a new show to watch?
That's
Check
the
out
first episode of
Genlock.
Season
It's
6,
crazy.
that's right.
It's got Max, anime, awesomeness, Michael B. Jordan, and somehow I made it into voice character. Click the box.
Next time. Okay, Mega
Mega
Man.
Man.
Battle Royale. Wow. Oh, I know who we need to get for that one.
Oh boy, yeah, you definitely better get that on top of that fast. But
Yeah.
that's why I said that's where I was kind of split because their abilities and powers are kind of like even. So I was wondering where they were gonna get that one up from, pretty much. And
And was
explain.
Aquaman's the clear ability.
His not only his mind ability, but also the strength he was able to use to lift up, pretty much, or keep Atlantis from from falling. Stuff like compared to what Namor was doing, stuff like that. So I mean, like they said, it could have gone either way, but this is what they went. This is what they went off of. So I mean, in all respect, even if Namor won, I would have given him more respect, because at any point they could have done something to win. But I'm happy Aquaman won. But again, Namor, it just shows that Namor does have the ability as well. He's also that powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what she said. Like I said, it's nice to know a bit more about Namor, but it's really interesting to see how more powerful Aquaman is in the long run.
Yeah, especially now the Aquaman movie that
But they still said in the long run it could have gone.
It could have gone either way. So it's like that's how equally even they are, and for ability wise.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk to a couple of people who have shown up on our channel before.
We're gonna collaborate for the next one
and see if the two biggest Mega Man fans I know will join us for the Mega Man Battle Royale Death Battle. So, other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, Comment down below if you want to share us around, share it around, and if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about death battles. Hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this death battle. Were you kind of mixed by by the time you were halfway through it, or not even halfway through it, by the time you learned about both of their abilities, were you kind of mixed like I was, or did you kind of figure it was going to go one way or the other? Love to hear you guys' thoughts overall on this death battle. Also put down what you thought of our reaction overall, but most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very sea-filled episode of SRB.
See you
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
and if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can check us out on Twitter
as well as Stardust.
at Super React Bros.